Good evening, racing fans. Welcome to racing action from Flamboro Downs for this Saturday evening. Our first dash will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. Race 1 Sports Sense. The driver will be Travis Cullen. Race 1 Sports Sense, Travis Cullen. And number 5 PH Jim will be Jason Ryan. Jason Ryan will drive 5 PH Jim in the first. Race number 2 Mercutio. Scott Coulter will drive. Race 2 Mercutio, Scott Coulter. And races 3 through 8 have no changes. No changes. Races 3 through 8. Once again, note race 1, Travis Cullen on the 1, Jason Ryan on the 5, and in the second race, Scotty Coulter drives 2 Mercutio. It is now 14 minutes to race 1. Field 4, race number 1 is on parade. 1, Sports Sense, Travis Cullen for Brett Lester and Ron Nobes. Number 2 is Hapuna Beach, Isaac Waxman for Tess Waxman and Ryan Bender. Number 3 is Big Mock, Gary Murner for, Jay Harris for Gary Murner and Andrea Leon. And 4 is Better Hold On Tight, Sammy Fillion for Brett Lester and Steve Adams. 5 is PH Jim, Jason Ryan for Vern Cochran and Edward Gork. Number 6, HF Pan's Shadow, Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. And number 7 is Better Style, Scotty Quiller for Jason Mitchell. Field of 7, race number 1, Travis Cullen drives 1, Sports Sense, Jason Ryan drives 5, PH Jim. Field of 7, first of 8 dashes on this Saturday night. Let's get a look at the main players here. We'll start with number 2, Hapuna Beach, and shows improving form, and Hapuna Beach is also getting away from Mohawk to try things here now. You see this one pacing in 52, only 2 races ago racing at Mohawk, and that was a tough outing. Came first up, battled really hard, had the lead when they turned for home, but then finally got picked up by 3 horses. Hapuna Beach, though, with a better trip and the class drop, I think is the one to beat. But it's a good field, and a lot of options in here, but Hapuna Beach was my top one. Isaac Waxman for Tess Waxman. Number 1, Sports Sense, and Travis Cullen. Look, this is one that won at Georgian Downs last race, 55-2, and the track wasn't particularly fast on that evening. This is one that's got 4 wins in the past 5 starts. Sports Sense certainly brings in the recent form, and Travis Cullen, Brett Lester, a very strong combination, 4-1, offering better value than my 9-5 Hapuna Beach. Number 3, Big Ma. Well, look at last year, had a big year, 20 top 2 finishes with 12 wins. Big Mock this year only 3 wins, but was racing better before that last race at Mohawk. This will be the second start for Gary Murner, and Big Mock is a veteran that's getting closer to the $250,000 mark that could rebound pretty nicely. Jay Harris drives, and he's a 3-1. And number 4, Better Hold On Tight, 5-2 on the board. A winner at Georgian Downs, 54-4 last time out. Better Hold On Tight is one that maybe could come right back and be sharp again like that race. Better Hold On Tight, Sammy Fillion for Brett Lester. Better Hold On Tight is 3-1. The inside 4, that's where the money right now is predominantly on, although I went to 2, Hapuna Beach, who is the 9-5 favorite. is rolling for race number 1. Sports Sense, Apuna Beach, and Big Mock on the inside. In the center, Better on Hold On Tight and PH Jim. To the outside, HF Pan Shadow and Better Style. Field 4, race number 1 is at the start of the rough, and PH Jim leaves with Big Mock. Then it is Sports Sense and Hapuna Beach. Those are the first 4 as they drive on around the turn. But right now, the early lead belongs to Big Mock. And on the inside, second is Sports Sense. Hapuna Beach is racing third. PH Jim is fourth. Then it is back to HF Pan Shadow. Better Hold On Tight. Trailing is Better Style. They race on to the opening quarter. And Big Mock has the front. Big Mock, Sports Sense is second. Hapuna Beach is third. And PH Jim is racing position to fourth. Then it's a gap of a couple of lengths to HF Pan's Shadow. Better Hold On Tight. And Better Style is trailing the field. Big Mock with a lead of a length and a half. Big Mock is in front of Sports Sense, and third Hapuna Beach. 3 lengths from the front right now. Then PH Jim is racing fourth as the field comes off the turn and races on up towards the half. But right now, off that 28 and 2 opening quarter, they reel past the half with Big Mock in front of length and a half and 59 and 1 halftime. Hapuna Beach to the outside is racing first over. Sports Sense still filling the pocket position. PH Jim's position fourth in front of HF Pan Shadow, then Better Hold On Tight and Better Style. It is still Big Mock with the lead, but Hapuna Beach and Isaac Waxman chipping away on the outside against Big Mock. Big Mock at 9 to 5. Hapuna Beach even money on the board to the outside is about a length back. Inside third is Sports Sense. Then it is HF Pan Shadow racing fourth, and fifth is PH Jim. Big Mock for now has turned back Hapuna Beach and now might have to deal with Sports Sense. 127 and 3 the 3/4 time. And it is Big Mock. Sports Sense pops out. Big Mock and Sports Sense to settle things in the stretch drive, and HF Pan Shadow is a closing third. Big Mock digging in. Sports Sense is getting closer, and Sports Sense is going to come on by and win. Big Mock second. Third is HF Pan Shadow. And then fourth is Hapuna Beach, 156 and 1. Back in front of us in the Grimsley Chrysler Winner's Circle 1, Sports Sense, Travis Cullen, the winning driver. 5-year-old sports writer Brown Gelding by Ron Nobes and Charles Gazzola. Brett Lester, the trainer. Travis Cullen, the winning driver, 5th win this year and 7th lifetime for Sports Sense. The first raise payouts: one sports sense, 1030, $5 260. Three Big Mock, 330, 260. Six HF Pans Shadow, 380. $2 exactor, 21.50. Dollar trial, 131.15. Dollar super, 499.70. Fans note a scratch in race 4, number 3, Enswell Station. Race 4, scratch 3, Enswell Station. First race, sort of finished from the top down to 142.6537. That's 142.6537 on the bottom. Field for race number 2 is on parade 1. Prince Archie, Steve Hudon for Laura Toscani and Gino Toscani. Number 2 is Mercutio, Scott Cotter for Shane Arsenault. 3 is Andy Over, Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. 4 is Insanity, Jason Ryan for Ben Hollingsworth and Michael Goldberg. 5 is Marvin Hagler, Brett McDonough for Mark McQuarrie and Mary Pedden. And number 6, Oneratak Perfetto, Jay Harris for Dean Nixon and Tony Basile. It's a field of 6 for race number 2. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, we'll start with number 2, Mercutio. 5-1 on the board. Look, Mercutio, Scotty Coulter has added. Look at the last couple races at Mohawk. Boy, they don't look good. Back-to-back 8th place finishes. But 3 races back was in the preferred. It blasted to the front from post 8 and was second to Chulo. And Chulo is one that was very good at Georgian Downs. And Mercutio, that's a really good measuring stick. And also, look, Mercutio has earned $88,000 this year, which stands above the rest in this field. I just think Mercutio, getting away from Mohawk, will likely bounce back. Mercutio and Scotty Coulter for Shane Arsenault. I love that it's 4-1. I think is going to drop, but that'd be a nice price if I could hold on to it. Number 3, Andy Over, Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. One that was second at Georgian Downs just 2 races ago to the fixer. Did all the work on the lead before giving it up just right in the stretch drive. Andy Over came back last race in a strong class and was 4th. And there were some really nice ones in there. And Andy Over now should find this better spot. I could definitely see Andy Over coming out on top over the rest of this field. 7-5, Hurricane Hensley for Ashley Hensley. Number 5, Marvin Hagler's not without a puncher's chance in here. And one that 11 wins last year, 6 this year. And overall has proven very competitive in against some top company. Brett McDonough for Mark McQuarrie. Good last race, but that was a Leamington, so it's hard to really see what you can get out of that in comparison to this field. But you do see a second in a pretty snug bunch, August the 19th at Grand River, beaten by Grateful, who's a good measuring stick. Marvin Hagler, 6-5, certainly warrants a serious look in here. And number 6, Oneratak Perfetto, tons of back class. Yes, the last couple races didn't go well, but this is one that you don't want to overlook because, well, $784,000 lifetime. A winner at Mohawk 3 races ago. 10 wins on the year, 7 last year. Oneratak Perfetto, a 13-year-old that still keeps adding to the bankroll. $73,000 this year in 29 starts. 7-1 at that price may well be worth a flyer despite being off form right now. Field of 6, a nice bunch of trotters going to post shortly. Gate is rolling for race number 2. Prince Archie and Mercutio on the inside. In the center, Andy Over and Insanity. To the outside, Marvin Hagler and Oneratak Perfetto. Field of 6. Race number 2. field for the second race. Field for the second is at the start of the rough. Insanity is going to leave out quickest of all. Mercutio now is out second, and then Prince Archie as the field works around the turn. Andy Over is currently fourth. Then Marvin Hagler and Oneratak Perfetto. Insanity has the lead, and Prince Archie is second. Mercutio is third right now in front of Andy Over. Then Marvin Hagler and Oneratak Perfetto. It's Insanity at 10-1 who's got the lead. Prince Archie now is going to pop out. Prince Archie wants to come on and challenge for the lead against Insanity, and now is going to take back because Insanity wants to stay on that front. And Insanity 28-2 opening quarter leads, and Prince Archie is second. Mercutio is on the pylons third, 3 lengths from the front. Andy Over is racing fourth. Then Marvin Hagler and Oneratak Perfetto steps out from the backfield. Off the turn they come. Insanity and Jason Ryan is on top. Prince Archie second. Mercutio is going to stay on the inside as Andy Over is coming first over. Then Oneratak Perfetto and Marvin Hagler. 58-4 halftime at 30-2 second panel. On into the backstretch. Insanity's got the lead. Insanity is on top. Then Andy Over, Prince Archie, and Mercutio now moves out. And now coming on, Andy Over is moved up. Andy Over has taken the lead from Insanity. Insanity tries to fight on the inside. Prince Archie is wheeled off the pylons, and Mercutio is wide as they race on around the turn. Then it is back to Marvin Hagler and Oneratak Perfetto. 3/4, 128. And it is Andy Over who's got the lead. Andy Over and Insanity and Prince Archie. Mercutio. Then Marvin Hagler and Oneratak Perfetto in the field turns for home. On down this stretch drive they come. Andy Over driving now. Andy Over has got the front and is cruising. Andy Over and Prince Archie. Andy Over will win. Prince Archie was second. Then it was Insanity and Marvin Hagler, 157-1. Coming back in front of us into the Grimsby Chrysler winner circle, it's number 3. Andy Over, 7-year-old Andover's son, Bay Gelding. The winning drive to Hurricane Eddie Hensley. He rocked him like a hurricane. Trained by Ashley Hensley. Ed and Ashley are the owners. 8th win on the year, 36 lifetime. Andy Over. The second race payouts 3, Andy Over. $11, 540, 390. 1, Prince Archie, 480, 390. 4, Insanity, 430. $2 exactor 42.10. Dollar try 77.75. Dollar super $200.90. Double of 1 and 3 54.20. Second race, so we finish from the top 261345. That's 261345 on the bottom. Field on post grade 1, senior advisors Sammy Filya for Cameron McQueen and John McQueen and Stuart McQueen. Number 2 is Briggs, Jason Ryan for Brett Lester and Michelle Attard and Ron Nobes. Number 3 is Highway Vagabond, Scott Coulter for Michael Sumner and Shay Sumner. 4 is Marco Polo, Brett McDonough for Mitchell Tierney and Miley Tierney. Number 5, Serial Killer, Paul McKenzie for Courtney Robson. Number 6, Fear My Smile, Steve Houdon for Mario Dumas and Marc Gelinas and Andre Simard. And number 7 is Parsons, Colin Cutter for Isaac Waxman and Tess Waxman and Glenn Wark. Number 8 is Whistler, Eddie Hensley for Gregory Graham. 9 is the Lonely Charlie, Jay Harris for Tim Jacobson and James Edward Lewis. Let's get a look at this field for the third race. Some of the main players in this dash, and well, we have to start with a look at number 2, Briggs. And well, Briggs right now is even money on the board, comes in off of a front end win at Georgian Downs and 6 wins in 13 starts on the year. In fact, won 2 races ago, was in position to win, but suffered broken equipment, third beaten a length. But overall, if you look at the body of work the last 5 starts, the month of August was really pretty good to Briggs, with the exception of August 1st being scratched vet sick at Mohawk, but then made amends with 3 wins, a second, and a broken equipment third. Briggs and Jason Ryan for Brett Lester, I think, is the one to beat. 6-5 on the board, is back in the same class as that last win. Number 3, Highway Vagabond, is 7-2 on the board, and well, raced at Clinton last race. From off the pace did a nice job, and also before that had 3 wins at Clinton, so you do see some pretty fine form. And Mike Sumner has put up some strong numbers this year. Scotty Coulter having a good year. Highway Vagabond, 9-2. 1 senior advisor is one that's got things rolling better of late. 9-time winner last year that has just 3 wins on the year, but 10 runner-up finishes and a runner-up last time out, and set up a Cameron McQueen who's got some strong numbers this year, especially in the win column. Senior advisor in Sammy Fillion, 10-1. There's the value play on the board right now. And number 6, Fear My Smile, was second in this bottom level class at Kawartha 2 races ago. Same class last time out at Georgian Downs, but only mustered a 4th. But Fear My Smile is one that could bounce back and at least be a factor for a share of this. 5-1 on the board. But right now, number 2, Briggs, getting all the action. 3-5. is rolling for the third. Senior Advisor Briggs and Highway Vagabond on the inside. In the center, Mako Polo and Serial Killer. To the outside, Fear My Smile. Parsons, Whistler, second tier, EL, Lonely Charlie. Field of 9, third dash. It's post time. Here they come. Giddy up. And the field for the third is at the start of the rough. Mako Polo leads with Parsons and breaks along to the inside. Then it is back to Senior Advisor and Highway Vagabond, but the field sprints on around that first turn. Briggs has got the lead. Mako Polo is second and Parsons racing third. Senior Advisor then Lonely Charlie, Highway Vagabond, Serial Killer. Then it is Fear My Smile and Whistler as they race their way on to the opening quarter. And Briggs is on top. Briggs leads at a length and a half over Mako Polo, with Parsons third and Senior Advisor is racing position fourth. Briggs 4 to 5 on the board, leads past that opening quarter. It is Briggs and Mako Polo and Parsons, and racing fourth is Senior Advisor, and fifth is Lonely Charlie. 28 and 3 was the opening quarter. As they race off the turn, Briggs leads the charge on towards us in front by a couple of lengths over Mako Polo. Parsons racing third, Senior Advisor on the outside fourth, and Lonely Charlie and Highway Vagabond. Serial Killer, Fear My Smile, and Whistler trailing the field. Halftime was recorded in 58 and 4, and they head their way on past the half and into the backstretch. Briggs leads by a length and a half right now. Mako Polo in the pocket. Parsons on the outside, and Colin Kelly working up a little bit closer. Fourth to the inside, Lonely Charlie. Front four have some separation on the rest of the field. Highway Vagabond is trying to take fifth from Serial Killer, and seventh is Whistler, and then it is Fear My Smile and Senior Advisor, but Briggs is leading still. It is Briggs and Parsons now just a length back. Mako Polo's racing third. Lonely Charlie fourth, and Highway Vagabond fifth, and then it is Serial Killer on down the stretch. How they come. It is Briggs and Parsons. Briggs, and on the inside Mako Polo getting closer. Briggs and Mako Polo as they come to the finish. Briggs is slowing, trying to hold on, looking for the finish. Briggs was able to hold off Mako Polo. Then Parsons and Highway Vagabond, 158 flat. And back in front of us in the Grimsby Chrysler Winner's Circle, it's number 2, Briggs. Jason Ryan with the winning driver. 4-year-old sports rider Bay Gelding by Michelle Latartan, Ron Nopes. Brett Lester is the trainer. 7th win in 14 starts this year for Briggs. 9th win lifetime, 158 flat. Third race payouts, two breaks, 360, 230, and 220. For Mako Polo, 610 and 530. And 7 Parsons, $5.60. $2 exactor, $13.90. Dollar try, $148. Dollar super, $357.35. Third race, order of finish from the top, 914-268-375. That's 914-268-375 on the bottom. field for race number 4 on parade 1. Green light go. Blair Burgess drives and trains for James Walker and Jeremy Kratz. And to his ram, Brett McDonough for Ron McDonald and Lorimer McClure and Martin Kempfer. 3 is scratched. 4 is my sweet MVP. Jay Harris for Caitlin Graham and Oliver Del Maple Holdings. And 5 is Belvedere Jessica, Shane Weber for Dr. Mike Veneri. Number 6 is My Time, Your Money, Rob Jenkins Jr. drives and trains for Felix Marion. And number 7, Not Just Flashy, Paul McKenzie for Stephen Doyle and Jill Harris. It's a field of 6 for race number 4. Let's look at some of the main players in here. We'll start with number 5, Belvedere Jessica. Well, doesn't have a win yet in 11 starts and raced to a 4th last time up, but it was from post 8, and it was a good closing effort. Was well back early, so had to at least work up to get onto the superfecta, and also did battle in the grassroots 2 starts back, so those were 2 tough outings, one of the grassroots and the other one from post 8. But before that, did have a really nice second at Grand River, blasted out and raced very well before being beaten by Ivan Eagle, who was a very heavily favored one in there. Belvedere Jessica is currently 3-5 of the board. I think the one to beat, Shane Weber driving and training. Number 1, Green Light Go, is one that qualified well at Grand River and had a big middle half in that qualifier. Green Light Go. Maybe we'll get the green light from the inside. This is one that's made breaks in the last couple of starts and had to qualify, but you also see some nice blasts. Green Light Go just needs to find a way to put it all together because there are some good flashes of ability. Blair Burgess training and driving Green Light Go. And you see that one scoring down right now. Might be go time on the inside and is 6-1. Number 2, Ram. Well, has had one qualifier, and the back half was much better. The first half was just lollygagging along, but then picked it up with a 59-4 back half. Ram and Brett McDonough for Ron McDonald certainly could step forward off of that qualifier. Ram is 2-1, and the barn has done very well this year. And number 7, Not Just Flashy, well, last raced March the 31st and made a break, but did qualify at Grand River, and the qualifier was good for 3/4, but then tired in the late going, so might need a little more stamina. You do see some good starts here back into the winter, and Not Just Flashy, 18-1. We'll see if he needs a start. If he's ready to go, he is a 4-year-old, and Not Just Flashy then may be able to flash at a bit of a price and get onto the ticket somewhere, 19-1. But right now, it is number 5, Belvedere Jessica, 3-5, the favorite. lights rolling for race number 4. Fear the green light go. And Ram on the inside on the center. My Sweet MVP, Belvedere Jessica. To the outside, My Time, Your Money, and Not Just Flashy. And the field is at the start, and they're off. Belvedere Jessica is going to leave with My Sweet MVP. Green Light Go is on the inside third. Ram is fourth away, then Not Just Flashy. And My Time, Your Money is back trailing the field. They work their way on down the back stretch. Belvedere Jessica was quickly able to establish the lead, and then it is My Sweet MVP. Green Light Go is third. Then Ram is fourth on the inside. Not Just Flashy. My Time, Your Money now is moving up and has passed Not Just Flashy, and now is about to move up and gain another spot and grab it from Ram. 32-1 opening quarter. Belvedere Jessica just coasting along on the lead. Green Light Go now goes on the outside, and Green Light Go is coming with a bit of authority. Wants to drive up and grab the lead from Belvedere Jessica. Green Light Go, and Blair Burgess now striding on the outside, and Belvedere Jessica is making Green Light Go work a little bit. Green Light Go on the outside leads it by a length and a quarter. Belvedere Jessica on the inside is fighting back gamely, looking to park out. Green Light Go, halftime 103-3, and Belvedere Jessica with that inside advantage in Green Light Go. Length back on the outside second. Those two have separated a bit from the field. Belvedere Jessica, Green Light Go, gap of 10. My Sweet MVP. Off stride went Ram. Racing fourth is My Time, Your Money, then Not Just Flashy. Belvedere Jessica, 1-5 on the board. Green Light Go now is a length and 3/4 back. He's on the inside now. He's going to save some ground on the turn. 3/4, 133. Belvedere Jessica, Green Light Go. My Sweet MVP. My Time, Your Money, and Not Just Flashy. And the field turns for home. And it is Belvedere Jessica. On down the stretch route they come. Belvedere Jessica, Green Light Go. Belvedere Jessica wins it. Green Light Go was second. Then My Sweet MVP, My Time, Your Money, 203-4. And coming back in front of us into the Grimsby Chrysler Winner's Circle, it's 5. Belvedere Jessica. Shane Weber, the driver and trainer. Belvedere Jessica, 3-year-old wheelin' and dealin' Bay filly, owned by Dr. Mike Veneri. First win for Belvedere Jessica. Mile of 203-4. The fourth race payouts. 5 Belvedere Jessica, 260, 230, 210, 1 Green Light Go, 570, 244 My Sweet MVP, 250. $2 exactor, $12. Dollar try, 13.60. Dollar super, 39.25. Dollar pick 3, 3 of 3, 16.10. Fourth race, or finish from the top, 2 6 scratch 3 1 4 5. That's 2 6 scratch 3 1 4 5 on the bottom. Field on post parade for the fifth one. Fear the Dice. Jason Ryan for Peter Brickman and Brinsley Brickman. Number two, Teddy Hanover, Jay Harris for Stuart McQueen, and James Grant and John McQueen. Number three is Boots and Brian Nello Guglielmi for Candice Morrell. Four is Jet Set Charmer Eddie Hensley for Robert Reed and Craig Ellis. Five is Shark Bite, Scott Culver, Courtney Bishop, and Rebecca Williamson. And number six, Time Stand Still, Brent Medina for Gabby Sasso and Joe Tonelli. And number seven, Little Red Sports Star, Paul McKenzie for Boyd Wilson and Harold Wilson. Eight is I'm Spongeworthy, Colin Kelly for Nathan Harding and Jamie Parton. And nine is Devil's Peak, Isaac Waxman for Tex Waxman and Carmelo Shime. Field of nine, race number five. Let's get a look at some of the main players in this fifth race. And I want to start with number two, Teddy Hanover. Here's a look at Teddy Hanover, who is currently 6-1 on the board. And, well, this class looks like a pretty wide open bunch. You don't get a lot in the way of form. It is the 8,000 claiming winners under. Teddy Hanover was a decent earner last year as a 4-year-old, but this year it's been a different story. Only 6,000 made, but is one that makes a first start for Stuart McQueen, and that could get Teddy Hanover rolling. Jay Harris driving gets a better post position as well. And if you look further down the page, back into the end of July and early August, did race well for a couple of starts, and now with the new connections, maybe Teddy Hanover is one that will be able to get rolling here. 6-1, taking a flyer on Teddy Hanover. Fear the Dice is even money on the board. Last race, post 7 at Grand River, not able to get into the race at all, but is one, if you look further down the page, back in July at Sarnia, had post 1 twice and won from both of those, so has some gate speed, the inside, and 5 wins on the year. Jason Ryan for Peter Brickman. Fear the Dice could be one to fear in this bottom class. Drops down a level for this start. Number 9, Devil's Peak, is one with a ton of backlash, just a few dollars away from $300,000 a lifetime, and is one that, well, did tail off in the late going at Clinton last race and has to deal with the trailer posts. Those are a couple of negatives, but also an 11-time winner last year that has 5 wins this year. Devil's Peak and Isaac Waxman, 7-2 on the board. And number 6, Time Stand Still, was really good at Clinton 2 races ago. Parked early, kept on going, finished second. Strong effort, but last race at Georgian tailed off badly. Put up, maybe went a little too quick in the early going. Got to 3/4, 1:25 and 3 close to the pace. Time Stand Still. Brett McDonald for Gabby Sasso, 6-1. Could bounce back, though. You do see a couple of good starts also in July at Georgian Downs, back-to-back runner-up finishes in this same class. Blasted to the front in both of those. Time Stand Still may well not be standing still early. Brett McDonald driving and is 6-1. Gate is rolling for race number 5. Fear the Dice, Teddy Hanover, Boots and Brian on the inside. In the center, a Jet Set Charmer, Shark Bite. And to the outside, Time Stand Still, Little Red Sports Star, and I'm Spongeworthy. And the second tier, Devil's Peak. Field of 9, race number 5. And the field for the fifth race is at the start of the rough, and Shark Bite drives out with Jet Set Charmer, Fear of the Dice, and Time Stand Still. Field works on around the turn, and Devil's Peak is racing positioned fifth right now. And then it is back to Teddy Hanover, and on the outside, I'm Spongeworthy. Boots and Bryan second from last. Low Red Sports Star trails the field, and they work their way on to the opening quarter. And it is Fear the Dice, 2 to 5 on the board, is driving down, and Fear the Dice is going to come on and clear to the front. Racing position second is Shark Bite. Time Stand Still is progressing on the outside, and Time Stand Still is second now and is in pursuit of Fear of the Dice. Shark Bite is on the inside third. Devil's Peak is racing second over fourth. Jet Set Charmer fifth to the inside as the field comes off the turn. I'm Spongeworthy is third over. Racing sixth, seventh, Teddy Hanover. Then it is Boots and Bryan and Low Red Sports Star. Fear of the Dice is getting challenged by Time Stand Still as they work past the half in 59 and 1, a 30 and 2 second panel. Fear the Dice, Time Stand Still are going at it. Shark Bite inside third. Devil's Peak is within striking distance fourth. And then Jet Set Charmer. Teddy Hanover is sixth and moving a bit and getting some urging to come on and try to challenge. Then it is back to Low Red Sports Star and Boots and Bryan. And I'm Spongeworthy. And they head to three quarters. Fear the Dice continues on gamely. Fear the Dice and still working on the outside. Time Stand Still. Shark Bite inside third. Devil's Peak is racing fourth. Jet Set Charmer fifth to the inside. And then Low Red Sports Stars kicking in well as they race their way, turning for home. Three quarters, 128 and 2. And down the stretch drive, Fear the Dice. Shark Bite up the inside, trying to take a bite into Fear the Dice. Fear the Dice and Shark Bite. Shark Bite up the inside. Shark Bite is your winner. Fear the Dice was second. Then Devil's Peak and Low Red Sports Star 159 and 1. Shark Bite victorious. Coming back in front of us into the Grimsby Chrysler winner's circle, it's 5 Shark Bite. Scotty Coulter, the winning driver, the Tan Tornado victorious. It's a 4-year-old better than Cheddar Bay horse, Shark Bite, owned by Rebecca Williamson, trained by Courtney Bishop. And the second win this year, third lifetime, Shark Bite, 159 and 1. The fifth race payouts 5 shark bite, 41.80, 750, and 1050. 1 fear the dice, 220, 210. 9 Devil's Peak, 330. High five carryover, $3,333. $2 exactor, $93.70. Dollar try, $646.95. Dollar pick five. How about the 20-cent pick five? $207.86. Fifth race, so we finish from the top, 278-516-493. That's 278-516-493 on the bottom. Field 4, race number 6 on parade. 1, Twilight Surprise, semi-filia for Nelson White and Deborah White. Number 2 is Ambulant, Dag Henderson. Drives trains for Yolanda Fellows and Arpad Zabo and Blair Corbeil. And number 3 is Symbol of Beauty, Jay Harris for Tyler Moore and Stuart Chambers. And there is 4, Don't Talk About Bruno, Jason Ryan for Dominic Ladeau in the stable. And 5 is Smokin' Power, Colin Keller for Shane Arsenault. There is 3, Symbol of Beauty, Jay Harris driving for Tyler Moore. And 6, George of the Jungle, Brett McDonough for Dominic Ladeau and the stable. Field of 6, race number 6. Well, let's look at this field. And in this 6th race, we get trotters, non-winners at 2, purse of $7,500, and we're going to stay right there with George of the Jungle. 4 to 5 of the board is getting a lot of love, and look, has been racing well in some solid company. Last start was at Georgian Downs, and well, Saturday was able to win, and Saturday's one that's got some good credentials. And also the start before that, raced in a Prospect Series, just caught at the finish, second beaten a nose. Comes into this race with 3 consecutive top 3 finishes, 1 at Mohawk, 1 Grand River, 1 Georgian Downs. George of the Jungle almost certainly will be a top 3 here, I believe. I think it's the one to beat. 4 to 5 on the board. Raced really well, especially that last race. Was well back early and was able to blast up and grab the lead. And did tire and let a couple pass, but that after doing a lot of work. George of the Jungle, even money. Number 3, Symbol of Beauty. Well, no beauty to be found in the last couple of starts, but just before that at Georgian Downs, back-to-back beautiful seconds, beaten ahead in one and a length and a half in the other, and actually was second to Saturday, August the 10th, so there's a measuring stick against George of the Jungle. Symbol of Beauty is Jay Harris for Tyler Moore. Only 1 win, though, in 18 starts, but does have 4 runner-up finishes. Symbol of Beauty, 10 to 1. Number 5, Smokin' Power, raced well at Georgian Downs August the 11th at a Prospect Series, but that's the only good start you see. And overall, or at least of late, of course, you do see a win at Georgian earlier in the meet, 2 minutes and 2/5 on a track that was off a second. But Smokin' Power and Colin Kelly for Shane Arsenault, this will be now one that maybe could step forward, at least battle in this compact field for a share. Smokin' Power and Colin Kelly, 6 to 1. And number 2, Ambulant. Well, last race, not great, but that was the first start off of a long layoff. And this one, as a 2-year-old, made the top 3 in 7 out of 10 starts. So Ambulant might be better now in this second start back. 9 to 5 on the board is getting a tremendous amount of love. is rolling for race number 6. Twilight Surprise and Ebullient on the inside of the center, Symbol of Beauty. And Don't Talk About Bruno to the outside, Smoke and Power, George of the Jungle. And off stride right now is Symbol of Beauty. There at the start of the rough. And Smoke and Power, George of the Jungle, Ebullient, and Don't Talk About Bruno. Then Twilight Surprise as the field races their way on around the turn. And now Ebullient has made a bobble and went off stride, has tried to recover, and now is off stride fully. And also with the break is Don't Talk About Bruno. And now Smoke and Power is going to come on. Smoke and Power has got the lead. Twilight Surprise is racing second. Also making a break was George of the Jungle. And the inquiry sign is up, and the judges will review everything. They've raced their way on past that opening quarter. Smoke and Power and Colin Kelly's got the lead right now. And racing second is Twilight Surprise, and Ebullient third, about 7 lengths off the lead. As they work their way on up towards the half, George of the Jungle is racing fourth. Smoke and Power and Colin Kelly on past the half of a 30-3 opening quarter. Leads at a couple of lengths. 101's the halftime. Twilight Surprise is second. Ebullient third. George of the Jungle is racing position to fourth. As they work their way on into the backstretch, Smoke and Power trying to maintain the lead over Twilight Surprise. Smoke and Power at 6-1. Twilight Surprise 22-1. Then a gap of 4. And Ebullient racing third. George of the Jungle is positioned to fourth as they work their way on towards three quarters. 131-2. And it is Smoke and Power leading. Advantages 2 lengths over Twilight Surprise. Smoke and Power continues on. Smoke and Power, Twilight Surprise. George of the Jungle is up to third. And racing fourth is Ebullient. On down the stretch drive they come. Smoke and Power continues on. Smoke and Power still got some smoke left. And Smoke and Power is going to win. Then Twilight Surprise, George of the Jungle, and Ebullient. The inquiry sign is up. Judges reviewing the 6th race. Coming back in front of us into the Grimsby Chrysler Winners Enclosure, and it is number 5, Smoke and Power, 3-year-old Muscle Mass Bay gelding, under trained by Shane Arsenault. Colin Kelly with winning try. Second win for Smoke and Power. fans as it pertains to the inquiry. First up, note the judge's ruling that number 3, Symbol of Beauty, was not inside the fair start pole at the start of the race, so refund on 3, Symbol of Beauty, refund 3. Judges ruling that both 6, George of the Jungle, and 2, Ebullient did not violate the braking regulations, so they will stand 5-1-6-2 and a refund on 3, Symbol of Beauty. Sixth race, Pale 5, Smokin' Power, 1430, 610, 371, Twilight Surprise, $8, 276, George of the Jungle, 240, $2 exactor, $200.30. Dollar Try, 264.75, dollar Superfecta, 192.85. And the 20-cent pick 4 of 4, 1115.26. Sixth race over a finish from the top is a 2-4 refund 513. That's 2-4 refund 513. Field on post parade for race 7-1. Bettor's Rush. Jay Harris for Blake McIntosh and Hut Racing. Number 2 is Good and Sweet, Colin Kelleher, Kyle Bossens, and Steve Colvin. Number 3 is Vogue Blue Chip, Jason Ryan for Rod Boyd and Rick McNeil and John Osinga. And number 4 is Unison, Paul McKenzie for Dan Meekins and Mark Meekins. Number 5 is To Jennifer's Credit, Scotty Calder for Sean Arnott. Number 6, Max Patrick, Sammy Filia for Brett Lester and Ron Nobes and Charles Gazzola. And number 7 is Major Ace, Eddie Hensley for Ron McDonald and Brett McDonald. 8 is Easton Beach, George Ketros for Mary Ketros. 9 is J.J. Landon, Steve Houdon for Gary Rive and Ashley Rive Bohannon. It's a field of 9, race number 7. Let's look at some of the main players in the 7th race, horses and geldings on the pace, purse of $6,200. And I want to check out number 2, Good and Sweet first, and Colin Kelleher, Kyle Bossens. One that did not fare well at Mohawk for a couple of starts there, although one of them was a mile of 52 and 3, but the race went 50 and 1, so that was not good for Good and Sweet. But one that went to Georgian Downs last race and raced very well, led a long way, just got caught at the finish, third, beaten 3/4 of a length after doing all of the heavy lifting. And now with post 2 here on the half-mile track, Good and Sweet might have a strong chance to wire this field. Colin Kelleher, Kyle Bossens, my top choice, 3-1. Number 6, Max Patrick, is one that's been okay of late. Has a couple of wins on the year. A win in 53 and 1 at Mohawk. Last race there in 54 in a prospect series, a series for prospect starters. And Max Patrick, Sammy Filia for Brett Lester certainly warrants some regard in here and is 4-1. Number 3, Vogue Blue Chip. Vogue Blue Chip did not do well at Grand River last race, but it was post 8. But you do see this one actually with a pretty good back half. It's just that, that post 8 position just tough to overcome at Grand River and could be a lot better here out of post position 3. And you do see this one earlier in the meet at Grand River, having a win and a second back in July, a win in the prospect and a maiden second place finish to R.J. Ringo. Vogue Blue Chip and Jason Ryan is a co-favorite at 5-2. Sent up by Rod Boyd, co-favorite with Good and Sweet, my top choice. And number 1, Bettor's Rush, 8-1 on the board, is one that maybe could take advantage of post 1 and get off the gate a little bit better. At this point, is probably just to play for a minor share. You do see some speed overall on the board, though. You see 53 and 3 back in August at Mohawk. Bettor's Rush and Jay Harris, 9-1. My top choice is number 2, Good and Sweet, and Colin Kelly, 9-5 favorite. Gate is rolling for race number 7 on a Saturday night at Flamboro Downs. And field of 9, Bettor's Rush, Good and Sweet, Vogue Blue Chip on the inside. In the center, Unison to Jennifer's Credit, Max Patrick to the outside, Major Race and Easton Beach. And the second tier, J.J. Landon. Field for the seventh race. Turns into the stretch drive, gathering speed, approaching the start. And the field is at the start of the rough. Max Patrick and Major Ace from the outside, and Good and Sweet on the inside. To Jennifer's credit and Better's Rush. But right now, Good and Sweet has that inside advantage and is pressing on through. Good and Sweet and Better's Rush, the top two. To Jennifer's credit is third. And then J.J. Landon, Major Ace, and Vogue Blue Chip. Unison, then Easton Beach, and trailing is Max Patrick. And on they race to the opening quarter. Good and Sweet at 2-1's got the lead for Colin Kelly. Good and Sweet, to Jennifer's credit, at 21-1 is squeezing into the pocket. Better's Rush is third. Then fourth is J.J. Landon in front of Major Ace, who is fifth. And then it is back to Vogue, Blue Chip, and Unison. And then further back, Easton Beach and Max Patrick. And off the turn they come. And Good and Sweet is good early in the mile. Leads it by 2 right now over to Jennifer's credit. Then a gap of a couple of lengths. And Better's Rush is third. And J.J. Landon is racing on the inside. And now Major Ace has stepped out. Major Ace, Vogue Blue Chip on the outside as well. Unison is seventh, half of 57. As the end of the backstretch, trailing pair are Max Patrick and Easton Beach, but it's Good and Sweet who's got the lead over Long Shot. To Jennifer's credit, advantage is about 2 1/4. Better's Rush third. Major Ace on the outside is trying to come on and grab third and was able to take third. Better's Rush is fourth. Then fifth, Vogue Blue Chip. From the backfield, that's Max Patrick. Then Unison on the inside, J.J. Landon. Easton Beach is trailing. Good and Sweet is very good right now. Leads by 4.5 or 5 lengths over to Jennifer's credit. Then Major Ace, and making a break, Vogue Blue Chip. As the field is about to turn for home, it is all Good and Sweet right now. Of 3/4, 126. Good and Sweet is home and cooled down. Then Major Ace will pick up second. Unison third. To Jennifer's credit, fourth. 155-4. Good and Sweet. Coming back in front of us into the Grimsby Chrysler Winner's Circle, it is number 2, Good and Sweet. An 8-year-old Sweet Lou Bay Gelding. Colin Kelly with winning drive. The trainer is Kyle Boston. Steve Colvin is the owner. Second win for Good and Sweet on the year. 18th win lifetime. Back-to-back driving wins for Colin Kelly, taking races 6 and 7. Seventh race payouts number 2, Good and Sweet, 610, $3 to 60. 7 major race, 370 and 270. For Unison, 1020. $2 exactor is $17.90. Dollar try, $145.85. Dollar super, $1,466.75. Seventh race order finish from the tops of 519-347-286. That's 519-347-286. for race 8 on parade. 1 Print Media, Colin Kelly for Joe Squires and Triple S Equine. And number 2 is Too Much Duncan, Wayne McLean for Beverly Bryce. Number 3, Northern Spy, Jay Harris for Stuart McQueen and James Grant. For a Dreamy Fella, Nello Guglielmi drives and trains and owns. 5 is Delightful Magic, Scott Culliver, Gerard Demers, and Craig Ellis. Number 6, Feisty Like Fire, Jason Ryan for Brett Lester and Rebecca Williamson. Number 7, Choreographer, Semi Filia for Scott West. Number 8 is Passionate Prince, Paul McKenzie for Courtney Robson. And 9 is Jake Lowe and Eddie Hensley for Jim Ellis. It's a field of 9 for race number 8. Let's look at some of the main players and note that we do have a carryover into this 8th race high 5 also. Get the carryover going here. And let's get a look at number 2, Too Much Duncan. Number 2, Too Much Duncan is one that, has gate speed, a favorable post, and overall Wayne McLean's barn has raced well this year. And I think Too Much Duncan in this class has a definite shot. Got a pocket trip last race, was beaten by Print Media, who does have post 1 in here. But nonetheless, I think Too Much Duncan, overall, from the times I've seen him, I think he compares very nicely in here, shows enough recent form, and is trending in the right direction. Too Much Duncan, I love the price, 9-1. Number 4, Dreamy Fella. Well, I took this one on top last time out at Grand River, and things were looking good. I thought it was all set up for a win, but just flattened out a little bit late in the mile. But look, it was 24-1. It would have been a nice score. That was from the trailer post, and Nello did a nice job of giving this one a good chance from the trailer post, getting away 4th at the quarter and stick handling his way up into contention. Dreamy Fella is one with back class that should be accounted for again here. Comes in with 5 consecutive top 3 finishes. Not a win in the bunch, but has been in the hunt. Dreamy Fella, 11-1. Number 1, Print Media. Tons of back class, 457,000 lifetime. Print Media, 3rd last time out. I did mention that win August the 17th, beating the likes of Too Much Duncan. But Print Media's had 2 starts since then as well. And both of them above this class, was 3rd above this class last time out. So Print Media from the inside, if he could flash some gate speed, Colin Kelly on the inside is a definite threat at 6-1. And number 7, Choreographer, is the favorite at 2-1, but Choreographer can do his best work on the lead, and I'm not sure if that is going to be the way that things pan out for Choreographer. Sammy Fillion for Scott West from post 7 this evening has been getting better post position, certainly comes in good form, 2 wins and a second, was second above this class last time out. In fact, both of the wins were above this class, so there's a lot of reason to see this one as the favorite. I just don't see his plan from post 7, but Sammy Fillion just might be able to blast one off the wings from post 7 and get to the lead anyway, and then my whole plan maybe goes out the window, as Choreographer might be able to get a breather and then go all the way. Choreographer is the 2-1 favorite, but I went with the number 2, Too Much Duncan, at a better price of 7-1. Gate is rolling for race number 8. Print Media, Too Much Duncan, Northern Spy on the inside. In the center, Dreamy Fella, Delightful Magic. To the outside, Feisty Like Fire, Choreographer, and Passionate Prince. And the second tier, Jake Lowen. And the field for the 8th race is at the start of the rough, and Too Much Duncan, Dreamy Fella, Choreographer from the outside, Feisty Like Fire, and Print Media on the inside. Too Much Duncan, Choreographer. They're dueling, and Choreographer is able to come on and get the lead. Too Much Duncan second, Print Media third, and Dreamy Fella is fourth away. Then it is back to Jake Lowen, Northern Spy, Feisty Like Fire, Delightful Magic, and Passionate Prince. Choreographer at 3-1 has the lead as they race on past that opening quarter. Too Much Duncan at 11-1 is second. 28-1 opening quarter. Print Media, and now to the outside, Dreamy Fella's coming on and is working first over. Northern Spy on the outside as well. Then Jake Lowen, Feisty Like Fire, Delightful Magic, Passionate Prince, and they race up towards the half. 28-1 opening quarter. Choreographer and Semi-Filia leads by about 3 over Too Much Duncan. Dreamy Fella first up third. Print Media's fourth to the inside. Then it is Northern Spy and Jake Lowen, Feisty Like Fire, and Delightful Magic, and Passionate Prince. Choreographer at 3-1 is trying to bottom out this field. Too Much Duncan second. Dreamy Fella outside third. Print Media's racing fourth, and Northern Spy, but Choreographer is dancing well right now as they head on up to 3/4 off of 58.5. Choreographer, Too Much Duncan, Dreamy Fella, and then Northern Spy as they race their way by 3/4, and now Choreographer, the lead is shrinking and the field is coming. Northern Spy is racing second. Feisty Like Fire, Dreamy Fella, Too Much Duncan at the field turns for home. Choreographer still has the lead though. Choreographer, Feisty Like Fire is closing. Choreographer is looking for the finish. Choreographer is going to win. Feisty Like Fire is in a place photo with Northern Spy. 157-4. Choreographer. Coming back in front of us into the Grimsby Chrysler Winner Circle at 7, Choreographer. 9-year-old Well Said, Bay Gelding by Scott West, who's also the trainer. Sammy Filion is the winning driver. 6th win this year for Choreographer and the 31st lifetime. Mile of 157-4. Eighth race, payouts number 7, Choreographer. 810, 380, 420, 6 Feisty Like Fire, 1230, and $8 and 3 Northern Spy, 460. $2 exactor, 116.40. Dollar try, 409.15. A double of 2 and 7, $38. Dollar pick 3, 256.15. Dollar high 5, $12,009.30. A 20-cent high 5 was 2401.86. Ka-ching. 8th race, Silver finish from the top says 793 452 186. That's 793 452 186 on the bottom. Well, fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Saturday evening. Our next live racing event is tomorrow evening, 6:55 first race post time, just a few hours after the Bills win their season opener tomorrow afternoon. Go Bills. Good night, everybody. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, Shanna.